What's going on with Mikal Bridges? Why has he not signed a contract extension with the New York Knicks? Let's talk about it on today's show. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. At this very moment, Mikal Bridges could put pen to paper to sign a 4-year deal worth $156 million to remain a New York Knick. And for some reason, it has not happened. Is it because the Knicks haven't offered him a deal? Is it because Mikal Bridges doesn't want to sign it? Or both sides are further apart than they would like? An average annual value for a 4-year, $156 million deal is $39 million per year. That is about the 40th to 50th highest paid player in the NBA. And it's right on par with OG Anunoby, who is going to be making $39.5 million this upcoming season. And Jalen Brunson signing a deal that pays him $34.9 million. If you're going to be paid like a top 50 player, you better be a top 50 player. And Mikal Bridges is not a top 50 player. I'm not so sure he's a top 60 player. I think he's somewhere as a top 80 player in the NBA, which is a very valuable player, but he's not worth $40 million per year. There were rumors when Mikal Bridges was traded to the Knicks from the Brooklyn Nets that he could take a discount to stay here, that he was kind of looped in to what was going on. Brunson signs a discount, and then you sign a discount, and it opens up our window and options and ways to win a championship. I don't know if that was true when it was reported. I don't know if it's no longer true that it could happen. Shout out to CP the franchise of Knicks Fan TV. The Twitter account Knicks Fan TV tweeted this out saying, there is speculation about whether Mikal Bridges, sign this summer or wait until next year for a potentially larger contract. And remember, it's a 4-year, $156 million deal. If he waits until the summer, he could potentially sign a 5-year, $296 million deal with the New York Knicks. $300 million for Mikal Bridges? I understand why he would want to sit and wait. But what team is paying Mikal Bridges $296 million? And if it's the Knicks, you're going to end your opportunity to win an NBA title. We've seen this song and we've done this dance. If Mikal Bridges does not sign a contract extension with the New York Knicks this summer, they have to look to trade him. That's how it works, especially when Leon Rose is the head decision maker for your organization. Because we've seen time and time again already in his tenure here that when you're contract extension eligible and you don't sign it, you get traded. Ask Julius Randle. Frank Isola, longtime NBA insider and insider of the New York Knicks, reported that Mikal Bridges has been discussed in trades. I'm shocked. Didn't sign the extension yet? Of course they're shopping him in trades because the Knicks value player control. This is how Leon Rose operates. Leon does not want to be ass out. He doesn't want to find himself 10 months from now when the season ends and Mikal Bridges has all the leverage and says, you better pay me or I'm going to leave for nothing. And Leon doesn't want him to leave for nothing. He wants to have player control. He would like to hammer out a deal now so he can go into the season knowing that I have the control of his contract going forward. But to take it a step further, it's more important than that. The Knicks are over the cap. They don't have any cap space. And even if the $24 million for Mikal Bridges comes off the books, they still don't have cap space. They're not going to be able to just go out and add someone for $24 million. So what do they need to do? They need to extend that contract so they have it on the books and they can roll it over and over and over to where you can then trade that for a player that you like. And you can continue to have someone on your roster of that money. Because if he leaves in free agency, one, you get nothing back, and you're not going to be able to replace him because you don't have cap space. Is he going to sign a deal? I don't know. How much should the Knicks pay him? I don't think he's worth 4 years and $156 million, and I damn sure don't think he's worth 5 years and $300 million. He's a good player. He's not a great player. He's a good player. He's not worth the control of 6 first-round picks like the Knicks traded for him. He had some really high highs, had some really low lows. He had some big-time moments. He had other moments that I wanted to pull my widow's peak out on. Like, I enjoy who he is. I like who he is. I don't love him as a player. I think he's replaceable, to be quite honest with you, and I don't think he's necessarily the best fit next to Jalen Brunson. But I would like him to continue to be a part of this team for maybe 4 years and $120 million, $30 million a year. I'm not really all that hyped and jazzed up about paying him $150 million per year. What do you think? What should the New York Knicks do with Mikal Bridges? Should they trade him or should they extend him? Those are your options. Just like we reported on this channel, the Knicks were far apart on contract extensions with Leon Rose and Julius Randle last summer, and he was going to be traded. And then reports came out that they were far apart, and then he got traded. Look, Mikal Bridges just could be waiting. He could be out of town, he could be doing whatever, or he could be thinking logically. I want to wait to sign the extension until we're 5 months and 30 days away from the NBA trade deadline. Because when you sign an extension, you cannot be traded for 6 months. And he may be thinking, I'll sign the extension, but I also want essentially a no-trade clause in year 1 to where you cannot trade me, like Josh Hart did when he re-upped with the New York Knicks. So that could be a possibility. Or maybe the New York Knicks are waiting because they think maybe bigger offers could become available. And they know if we sign him to an extension now, we can't trade him. And they'd be in a really bad spot if you sign Bridges now and tomorrow Giannis comes out and says, I want to be a Knick. And you can't include Mikal Bridges in that. We saw how this ended with Randle. We saw it, and we told you about it every single day. Look, I am excited to see if it does happen, Mikal Bridges in a Mike Brown offense. A lot more passing, a lot more pace, a lot more player movement, a lot more opportunities for him to have the ball and handle it instead of just being in the corner and running from corner to corner and shooting contested mid-range jumpers. And he remains the X factor for this team. Brunson's going to do what he does. Cat, more often than not, is going to do what he does. OG is OG. But what was it this year? The Knicks lost like 3 games when Mikal Bridges scored more than 25-plus points. I'm going to ask him to consistently score 25 points. But we need you to be better than you were last year. And if you are, this team could go pretty damn far, maybe even all the way. Keep your eyes on Mitchell Robinson as well. Frank Isola also reported the Knicks were listening to calls or whatever the phrase was about Mitchell Robinson and Mikal Bridges he used. Robinson, like Bridges, is up for an extension. He's eligible to sign a 4-year, $89 million deal. Mitch is a good player. He's an impact player. He's a swing guy. Like, when he comes in, he can swing a game. We saw that in the playoffs. He was great against the Pistons. He was great against the Celtics. He was great against the Pacers. But he's injured a lot. And I'm worried about his long-term durability as he gets closer and closer to the age of 30. The big men are kind of back in the NBA. Like a lot of people last couple of years, we can just get a guy in a vet min. We can get Andre Drummond for $5 million and they could fill those shoes. No, it can't. That doesn't happen anymore. That's not the way this league works. You have to put so much on the plate of a center defensively if you want to be a good team. Mitchell Robinson, well, I wouldn't pay him 4 years, $90 million. I do think, like, there might be a team out there, especially if you could turn injuries off. Keith Smith, who covers the NBA and has for a long time, did an offseason preview, and he had the New York Knicks signing Mikal Bridges to a 3-year, $111 million deal. Player option year 3, $37 million average. And then Mitchell Robinson signing a 3-year, $48 million deal for $16 million. While I think that's still a little bit much for Bridges, I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with that Mitchell Robinson deal as well. I'm not going to be shocked if either or maybe even both these guys are off the team. So I'll ask you a tough question. If you could only keep one of these guys, if you could only keep one of them on the Knicks next year and into the future, who would it be? Would you rather keep Bridges? Would you rather keep Mitchell Robinson? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you are following me on social media because if any news breaks about the Knicks, that's first place you'll hear about it. So give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_.